Do you know who they are? Who are these billionaires? Do they all have the same faith? Oh, I don't care what faith they are. I don't think they... I mean, AI is their faith. AI is their God. Metal, machinery, falseness, soullessness. And I saw your other message about how, well, it's the Bill of Rights that will fix this. Yeah, no, the Constitution's beautiful. It's perfect in every way. But as I said in a video recently, the Constitution means nothing when you have such morally bankrupt, soulless men that are billionaires. I mean, it's one thing to have, bankrupt, soulless men in society. But when you have them at the highest levels of your industries like education, healthcare, and definitely all big tech in Silicon Valley, then you have a big problem. And that's where we're at. So the Bill of Rights can't help us get out of that system. The Constitution and all that it's written. I mean, the founders themselves said it. It was written for a moral people. Big tech in Silicon Valley is not moral. Every time they innovate something, more tyranny follows. They corrupt more people. They're just messed up. That's where I would say the beast is the most, is there. And then it just branches off into all the industries. So I think the Trump Mobile is the answer. I do. Eric Trump and Don Jr. came out today that, Trump Mobile is going to be coming out. And I am going to get me one of those. And Eric said something about how what we have to do is have Trump Mobile with crypto. And I don't even get in my section and say anything about crypto. I don't know anything about crypto or Bitcoin or any of that. Eric just mentioned it in regards to, it sounded like getting out from the system. Is we need Trump Mobile, crypto, Bitcoin, and free speech. He said those were the three, I think he says, mechanisms we need. So it sounds like they have a plan there. So I hope to get one of the Trump Mobile phones. Because even though everybody thinks that Trump is all in with these people, no, he just knows that they have they have a hold of everything. They just do. And you're not going to change them. You're just not. So you've got to move the people out of the beast. And the beast isn't our Constitution. The beast is getting out from under all of this technology that's hurting us, that's destroying the Constitution, destroying the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment. I mean, while the corporations of healthcare and education and big tech have gone and fought to the Republicans and the Democrats and the justices about how they should be seen as personhood and their rights are being violated, they all along have been violating ours, and they do not care one bit about it. And then what they do is they corrupt the people in the court system. They corrupt the Republicans and the Democrats, pretty much both, or they pay them off, or they get something on them. So it's not the Constitution itself that's the problem. It's the morally bankrupt people in it. So it would be you don't need to have you can have a utopia under our Constitution. You just can't have this many morally bankrupt people. And unfortunately, the founders knew it, though. They pretty much stated that the people that would destroy it would be the most wealthiest, because they would gain the power and they would use the system to serve themselves. So, America was supposed to be about being a selfless country. And because of tech and their need for only themselves and they just love the control of silencing people and shadow banning people because of they just don't honor, they don't respect our Constitution. So you know, there's a ton of people that have been born in America that have no respect for our Constitution, and it's because they're stupid and they're soulless. It's that simple. There's no reason to make excuses other than that. I mean, it's that simple. And those are the people that go on, and the wicked one makes sure to put them in positions of high in tech where they can control others, high in healthcare where they can control others and make the industry of healthcare worse and worse, bring this bullshit AI in. And look, I'm seeing all these people saying, you know, well, AI was right about this and that. Yeah, AI is going to be right in the beginning. Of course it will. Don't you remember your first cell phones? They were great. I mean, I remember my Android 6 was the best. That one you could really just submerge in water and it would be fine. But that was the best one I ever had. Everything after that, well, I think they gave me like refurbished ones and claimed that they were new ones. But they always give you the best in the beginning so that they can pull you in. You know, it's reeling you in. And then from there, they'll just do whatever they want. It is. Then that's what you'll see happen with the healthcare. You'll get the right answers about a lot of stuff from AI. Not all the time. You have to challenge AI to get. But I do know there's a lot of stuff that it's helped people with when it comes to, you know, like infections or a wound. I saw some guy explaining how his dad had this wound and it said exactly what to do. And the doctor was like, yeah, it's right. So it will be in the beginning to pull you in like any good narcissist or sociopath does. It's going to give you all the truth. It's going to give you all the answers. It's just you have to realize it is still the same serpent it's always been. And it will turn on you. And when it does, it will make sure to turn on you once it fully has you in its grips. So, I will be waiting patiently for the Trump Mobile to come out. You should see how messed up my phone is. My phone is so falling apart. The case, I already have duct tape all over it everywhere. Because I won't go upgrade. It's so old. It's got to be at least 10 years old. I will not, because I don't want it. I would never want an Apple. Androids do more. So I would not be, I don't even understand how Apple works. Android is always what I've had, and I've never wanted to upgrade because they just end up controlling you more. They end up just surveilling you more with each upgrade. That's why I haven't wanted to upgrade. That's why the last best Android I ever had was Android 6. And it was very thin. And it was normal size. I mean, Androids are usually bigger than the Apples, but back then anyway. And it was really thin. It could be submerged in water. It was a great phone. And most every other phone the first ones were the best ones. That's how it works with tech. Think about anything with tech. I mean, I guess you could say, oh, the TVs get better. Yeah, but they don't last as long. So see, they're always playing a con job because it's tech. And look at what they did to China. So that's where they're trying to take us, is under that China model. And they're not going to come out and tell you, just like they didn't tell China they were doing this to them. It slowly came in. And before they knew it, there was all these cameras on them, and they just were going about their day like most Americans do. But again, realize how many times your phone or your car is telling you about something ahead that you don't even see yet. Yeah, do you want that kind of invasion? I don't. I don't like it at all. But then I just can't stand morally bankrupt people trying to control the rest of us, as if really it should be the other way around. We should be restraining the morally bankrupt.